Anyway, we're going to move on from this story to, I guess, like a little bit of a more fun story, as, you know, this is literally 8 hours of commentary nonstop. I'm going to segue into not the Oscars, but instead Lieutenant Governor Randy McNally. Well, it's more fun because of the controversy itself, but it's still not very fun when you think about the implications. Okay? Obviously, you know, you guys know that Tennessee is one of the worst states, if not the very worst state for LGBT laws in this country. But it turns out being anti-LGBT and pushing for oppressive anti-gay, anti-trans bills will not stop you from appreciating what many have called Femboy Friday. Now, this interview in and of itself is a treasured moment for me, okay? It's treasured because I've seen only bits and pieces. I'm going to watch it for the first time ever today in front of all of you, okay? Femboy is a politically correct term? Yes, it is. Anyway, the reason why I'm saying that is because here you have a truly relentless, unrepentant, anti-LGBT government official, Lieutenant Governor Randy McNally, basically saying some incredibly unhinged shit about why he kept liking and commenting under a gay Twink Tennesseans Instagram posts. And even a trans performer, as a matter of fact. Let's take a look.
What do you hope comes out of this?
Well, I think I'll be a lot more careful about using social media.
Amid a sudden uproar over his provocative social media interactions, Tennessee Lieutenant Governor Randy McNally sits down this afternoon to answer Phil Williams' questions about the controversy. Good evening, everyone. I'm Rory Johnston. Carries off tonight. Now, those social media interactions with a young gay model brought accusations of hypocrisy against the East Tennessee Republican and countercharges that he's become the victim of a left-wing attack. Well, our chief investigative reporter Phil Williams has covered McNally for more than 30 years, and he has the exclusive details with the man who says his posts reflect his evolving views on the LGBTQ community.
Okay, Austin, you have to get in here right now. This is actually huge for you. You and Lieutenant Governor of Tennessee Randy McNally have a lot of similar interests.
Oh, is he like Twinks?
Austin asked, does he like Twinks? The answer is abso-fucking-lutely, baby.
First?
Yeah, you can pee.
I have a new zit on my forehead, and I'm freaking.
I can't even see it.
Well,
you can't see it. No one can see your zit.
Everybody can see it. It's over. Life is devastated.
Let me.
Do you have a place I can spit on?
Yeah, throw it in this. You fucking asshole. He said, do we have a place where I can spit out my gum? Wish you asked that while the podcast was going on because you disposed of your fucking gum by literally just leaving it. Who does that? You're such a freak, dude.
Okay, hold on.
You stop here.
Oh, fuck. I gotta pee.
Okay, well, fucking go pee then. Oh, dude, you're gonna be unbearable with this microphone. I can tell already.
Okay. First of all, let me defend myself. During the podcast, I did place my gum on top of a box that I thought looked like trash, but it wasn't trash. It was a beautiful side table or something like that.
It wasn't a side table. It was just fucking. It was
a box,
it was a box with one of my PCs.
My defense was he should have a garbage can that's a little bit more accessible than what it was. I do need.
That's the worst defense I've ever heard in my entire fucking life, dude. Incredible. Keep the wrappers, Austin, or use a napkin, Jesus. Yeah, no, it's so crazy. It's so crazy that he did that. Anyway, let's get back to the story. We're lost in peas and
take over for a second and get some of that nicotine gum of yours.
Yeah. Here you go. Take this one.
How much is in these?
4 milligrams.
Okay, I'll take 2.
No. Take 1.
1?
Yeah, no. 4 is the max.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Hasan.
No problem, Lord Kirk. I thought that was Austin for a second. I was shook he was bald. Yeah, it is Austin. He actually wears a hair cap He wears a rug on his head. He's actually bald IRL in real life. That's true. No, I don't have a zit patch, man. Just get in here. No one can see the fucking zit.
Okay. So I've heard about McNally.
Randy McNally, Lieutenant
because him and I
Governor
liked
of
the same
Tennessee.
photo. So I was like, holy shit, what are you doing here, Lieutenant? You know what I mean? So, and turns out I'm curious what his defense is because
his original defense was that like
he likes to support everybody.
He likes it and he likes it, you know, that kind of thing. He was like, I see something I like and then I like it.
Okay, I'll be honest. I hooked up with Lieutenant Governor McNally. That's
I
really what happened.
thought he would have said you're not his type. I thought you would have said he's not your type.
Well, he paid me a lot of money, so what am I going to say to that?
Okay, all right.
You know what I mean?
Initially, I was not very kind to that community. As I learned some things and met some people in that community, I realized that they're still individuals and they still have value.
In a legislative session dominated by
They're
bills
still
outlawing
human.
drag shows in public places and targeting gender care for the trans community, Tennessee Lieutenant Governor Randy McNally finds himself facing accusations of hypocrisy after a progressive site unearthed his social media interactions with a 20-year-old gay model.
Oh, Kirk's here, by the way.
Wait, what is the question?
Yeah,
Did this guy get busted for something?
yes.
Yes.
Oh, I think I saw this on Twitter.
Yeah.
He was like liking somebody's thing on accident.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
not on accident. No, very brazenly and very openly. He liked this Femboys post about like how he likes to suck dick for weed and how he's not a whore but a hoe, that sort of thing.
Okay.
And he would write underneath posts like all thirst traps. He would write underneath like multiple, like you go, using his stage name, implying that he knew that because he was like a gay performer too. Yeah. He even went so far as to like and show support for a trans performer who was, I believe, doing burlesque.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that kind of thing.
Sorry. Caught up.
Let's continue. Yeah.
Among them, provocative posts that were liked by the 79-year-old Republican, including one where the young man doesn't appear to be wearing clothes.
When people see these posts, what should they take away from them?
Well, I don't know that they should.
Bro, he is so red. It's like heart disease has become him. He has become heart disease. Like, it's absolutely insane what he looks like. Like, he is so red. He's melting. That shirt is like 8 sizes too small. Notice how there's a rise in gay Republicans after Mother George Santos joined Congress. I mean, I think this guy was gay way before George Santos, but yeah, maybe he found a way to be true to himself now.
That is
Take away
What?
his blood pressure's through the roof.
Yeah.
He looks like he's got a
lot.
suntan.
In an exclusive
Or a
interview,
burn.
McNally described how he befriended the young man first on Facebook, then on Instagram. Among the posts, this close-up of the young man's backside, McNally responded with 3 red hearts and 3 on-fire emojis.
Said,
along
"Finn,
with a
you can
comment,
turn a rainy
"Finn,
day
you
into
can turn a
rainbows and
rainy day
sunshine."
Into rainbows and sunshine.
Which is like the gayest thing you can write underneath an account like this. Like, dude, just it's in some respects gayer than just being like, I want to suck your dick hole.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
want to suck the skin off your dick.
I mean, he's simping in the comment section. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like he's not even playing it cool. Like he's too available. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
he's way too
He's
available.
like you. He's like
Are you
too
kidding
horny.
me? I'm not that
do,
horny.
do you play it cool?
I play it totally cool. I may play it horny online, like right here, but like, yo, I'm playing it cool. I'm a selfish top, okay? You know, which I learned is working to my advantage.
Okay, after this is said and done, I want you to come up with numerous ways for Randy McNally to improve his riz in
Gay Riz?
Yeah, gay riz. Just think about that right
Okay.
now. Write
All
it down in your
right.
mind,
Okay.
and then I'm going to ask you.
Well, I
okay?
need okay, I got it. I'm thinking.
All right.
It's just that
If you send me the anti-gay Nazi story one more fucking time while I'm covering like literally like just a little bit of funniness in this world of cruelty, I'm going to put you on a fucking spaceship to Gay Island, okay? And it's going to be population you on the gay planet. It's unsustainable for anyone else. Shut the fuck up, Apollo Noir. I know you're an Ohio chatter. It's like every time there's an Ohio mention, you got to be like, please look at the Nazis in Ohio that are protesting the gay pride, or not the gay pride, the fucking, the drag power hour. Stop.
Knock it off. You hear me?
Enough.
Austin's here. Uncle Austin is here. It's enough. Okay? You
God
listen
damn.
to Daddy, okay?
Okay, let's continue. Look at this. Ain't to go open Nazis in Ohio is another not so funny side of this conversation and why I'm okay with shaming these malicious people out of existing. Yeah, I know. I'm familiar with the story, okay? Calm down. You've been spamming the link nonstop.
You know, I you know, try to encourage people with posts and try to, you know, help them if I can.
Were you trying to help this young man in some sort of way?
Just basically.
Yeah, he wanted to help him.
He's either crying or sweating. What is it?
He looks like he wants to help him, dude. He's both. He's crying tears of joy thinking about how much he's helped this gay man with his
what's his take? Is he trying to say that he's like trying to help a gay man, a gay twink?
I think like his PR team which is non-existent. Like, this is a PR team run by nephews. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
Like, because, what the fuck do they know about PR in Tennessee? He just like hired a bunch of his nephews and they're like, yeah, just say that like, I don't fucking know, that you were trying to help this guy.
I think it was something along the lines of Governor McNally doesn't see like sexuality or whatever, and he loves all people, but then simultaneously passing anti-gay laws, right? Is that
Yeah,
what's
I
going
think
on?
like at first
that
he
the
was
issue
just
here?
horny, and he like very openly said, literally the first PR thing that they sent out literally said, I will never stop my social media activity. Like he just
said he's going to continue on his. That's why he needs advice from me.
Yeah.
To improve his riz.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's laying it on a little too thick. Nobody wants a pick-me girl. Nobody wants someone who's like so available.
Is he got money? He's going to need it. I'm going to tell you that much.
Yeah. So we're gonna continue with this. Just keep
That's
it.
that's a little teaser.
Is he looking to pick up his twink riz?
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
Basically trying to encourage him.
There was also this post where the man said he was, quote, not a whore, but a hoe. One is a slut, the other is a prostitute, adding, I'm the one that gets free weed for giving, then a reference to a sexual act.
And it was liked by Lieutenant Governor McNally.
Yeah. I don't know that, a lot of times on people's posts, you see the name and you see what they've written and you just press the button that says like.
So you didn't read that post?
I don't recall reading the part about the weed. I know that.
Oh, that was.
Wait, that's the part? That's the part he had an issue with? That's the part he had issue with.
Oh, yes. Oh, my God. This is awesome. This is so
awesome.
fucking awesome.
That is awesome. I love that shit.
He's going to have to improve that. Twinks love weed, right?
Not the marijuana.
No, it's just like that's the. I love that. That's the only part of the issue. Like, oh, it's weed, not the sexual acts for favor. I mean, I would like him. I wish he wasn't asking for weed, but instead asking for a nice cup of Joe for sexual favors. In which case, I would give him a cup of Joe. You know. This man looks like he is full of metabolized homophobia. Yeah.
What about the prostitute?
I might have read that.
In that
Wow,
That's-
he's admitting it.
Why he didn't have to admit any part of
He
this?
could have just said I didn't. He could have
Bro,
pulled the Trump.
he could have just said I was
Trump
hacked.
would have denied everything.
He could have said I have great grandchildren. I don't know what the fuck any of this shit is.
No,
I'm old.
He could have put it on somebody else. He could have put it on. He could have hired somebody he could have made up a gay intern that he had that was in control of his account, liking the posts. That's what I would have done if I were homophobic and 79 years old.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
I would have lied out my ass. You're 79. You're on your way out. You've had a good streak of being homophobic. Why stop now? You know
I gotta
what I mean?
run
You're
this
on your
back.
way.
I gotta run this back. I loved him just not even fucking flinching on that. Yeah, I saw the prostitution thing. It was literally the weed that he had an issue with.
But what about the prostitute?
I might have read that.
In that case, was it appropriate to like the comment?
Probably not. Probably not.
Then we came to a moment in our interview that could not be avoided.
I need to ask the question that people are suggesting. On
Are
social
you
media.
gay? That's the question.
I don't.
It's gotta be the question.
No, like look,
They're gonna
listen,
ask him.
They can't. I mean, he can't say yes, right? I haven't seen this interview yet, but like as far as avoidance goes, the top of the hour comes to mind, and I'm gonna put a 3-minute ad break here. And if you want to know what Randy McNally's answer is, sorry, you're gonna have to subscribe for $5 or for free, or be from one of the territories where Twitch doesn't serve you fucking ads. You know what I mean? Because at the top of the hour, there is a 3-minute ad break. You can also get gifted a sub if you're lucky, and that way you will get to see this part and all other parts, as a matter of fact, in an uninterrupted capacity. Gauge against the machine. Thank you for the 5 get the subs. Spreading the love, allowing people to no longer see the ads.
I have your jewelry, by the way. I'm returning.
Oh, yeah, thank you for returning my jewelry.
Oh, and
I have your ring too, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. No, I see. I see that.
There you are, sir.
Thank you for bringing my jewelry back. Here's the 3-minute ad break now. Naruto AMV from 2007. Thank you for the 5 gifted. Akabidi. Thank you for the 20 gifted subs. VS. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. And Big Boy Gamerman. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. I already ran the ad break.
Respond to it. Have you ever had any personal relationship with this young man?
No.
You've never met him in person?
No. Never have.
In fact,
He's just, I'm an admirer. Oh my God, what a photo. I'm an admirer from afar. I don't know why they
why they
you
blurred
found
the face?
other LGBTQ-related posts liked by Tennessee's lieutenant governor, who says he's gotten to know members of that community, including some from his own family, and that he's tried to be more affirming of their.
This is literally a trans drag performer, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's like a trans performer. And this photo sequence that he liked, as a matter of fact, and commented under, saying he was like, "You are so beautiful," something like that. Literally features her, features like a video of like someone doing burlesque. I remember seeing it. Top of the hour bot gave that an 8.04. Let's go.
Identities. He also notes that he has spoken out against some legislation pushed by his Republican colleagues.
Does this affect your ability to lead?
I hope not. And
Is this like a
I've
Tennessee
heard some of my
news
colleagues
station?
Yeah.
say that they're supportive
God damn.
of Republican.
Reminds me of the Key and Peele skit.
Bro, this guy literally went from he is like one femboy at a time. He has like changed his entire attitude. It seems like it's like at the age of like 79 or however old he is, he's like turning into a convert who will defend fucking LGBT rights.
Democrat. And
I mean, put your pen to paper, McNally.
Does this affect your ability to lead?
I hope not. And I've had some of my colleagues say that they're supportive, both Republican and Democrat, and I'm really, really sorry if I've
Sorry for what?
embarrassed my family, embarrassed my
Sorry for being
friends,
gay.
embarrassed any of the members of the legislature with the post. It was not my intent to, and not my intent to hurt
Why are
them.
you apologizing to your family? Apologize for the.
In the end, the Tennessee Senate
Apologize to your
chooses the
homophobic
lieutenant
governor.
governor,
How about that?
A title that senators
That's
can
apologize.
also take.
You know what I mean? Like, why is he apologizing to his family for like, you know what I mean? For doing something, you know, that he's clearly got something.
Apologize to the gay community.
Exactly. The LGBTQ.
Apologize to Austin.
You apologize to
not
me.
not because you're homophobic, but because you've been stealing all the Tennessee
That's
femboys away from him.
Literally, I have not. He has taken over the entire state of Tennessee, and I have not had any. There's been zero Twinks from Tennessee, and now I know why. Governor Randy McNally has been using his leverage as a
as a famous politician in the state of Tennessee, to go after all the twinks. He's locked down all the twinks.
I mean,
he's got
look. I've got Austin Show, whatever, and he's got the Koch brothers. How am I supposed to fucking compete with that? You know what I mean? I can't compete. He's got lobbyists. I can't compete with that shit.
Have you thought about resigning?
I think that's really up to the members of the Senate. I would serve at their pleasure, and it would be up there my boss.
Phil Williams, News Channel 5 investigates.
Bill Liggums?
There is no doubt that Lieutenant Governor McNally is extremely active on social media, often offering positive comments about people's families, latest achievements, as well as birthdays and anniversaries. He tells Phil if there's any lesson for him, he needs to be a lot more careful with what he posts and how those posts might be perceived.
Okay. Austin.
Liggums to me.
We saw some of my man's takes as he was being horny on the timeline. And if you know anything, I mean, this is universal. You can't be too horny on the timeline if you want to secure a femboy, okay? A twink or a femboy. You can't be horny on main. You are horny on main, but then again, you're in a target-rich environment as a social media guy.
There's a difference. There's being horny on main.
You kind of go with the prezzo thing where it's just like, I'm gay, by the way, you just like, that's a punchline always.
But here's the thing.
I'm saying you're a one-trick pony.
You think I'm a one-trick pony?
Yeah.
All right, well.
Okay, but anyway.
That one-trick pony, you keep asking this one-trick pony to come back. So
that's true.
Well, that trick works pretty good.
Well, it's because I'm homophobic. Because I'm homophobic, and it's a good demonstration to bring you up.
Yeah, one-trick pony. Hey, you know what? That's just me. Whatever. That one-trick pony.
Okay.
Nobody loves me.
What? Oh, you gotta stop.
Nothing.
This is like new shit that you're
Nobody
doing.
likes me anyway.
This is. I don't like this new thing that you're doing.
Kirk does this. He does. I'll get pissed at me. He'll be like, "Yeah, nobody fucking loves me anyway." I guess
I'm just stupid and ugly and dumb.
Yeah. You gotta move the microphone to Kirk if you want him to be heard when he says stuff.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
So, what was I saying? Oh yeah. Okay. There's different. Being horny on main is different than like being sexual on main. Two different things. Horny on main is you're like replying to everybody, doing the McNally thing. And then there's sexual on main where you're just like blasting pictures of your abs and blasting general tweets out about how you like certain things, right? I think that you don't see me. Actually, you do. You know what? Maybe I need to have an intervention. Maybe I'm too horny. You know,
I mean, hey, if it works,
right.
it works. But
I could give him some tips. I do think that twinks or anybody in general, I think generally speaking, making yourself very available is not a turn on, especially on social media when they have a million comments like that.
So what could he do? What could Randy McNally do to improve his metrics? What could he do to get access to some of these twinks?
I am going to be honest and very rude, unfortunately.
Okay.
Mr. Senator is 80 years old. With all due respect, sir, you're going to have to pay a lot of money.
I thought you were going to say, sir, you're going to hell.
No. No.
Dude, I was going to say, you should just come out to the community and say, this is what I support. And then you'll get more of the votes, right?
No, he won't.
No, he's in Tennessee, bro.
He's in Tennessee. Yeah, you live in Tennessee.
Yeah,
you know
I
that's not gonna fucking work.
I stand, so you know.
Yeah, I know, but it's just not gonna work. It's not gonna work in Tennessee. He should.
Okay, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you some of the photos, and then I want you to what would you say under what would you say under this photo?
No, but here's the
this
thing
is one
Hassan.
photo. This is a photo from
Right.
Franklin Superstar. The caption is, "Really, I don't care." He wrote heart, 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 fire, 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 and then he said Finn, which is his stage name, by the way. You can turn a rainy day into rainbows and sunshine. 290 likes.
I'll be honest. I think the first comment wasn't as bad. He should have removed the hearts and just added a fire emoji, left it at that. The other one is where he crossed the line. Finn, you can turn a rainy day into rainbows and sunshine. It's not 1945 anymore, okay? Those sorts of pickup lines don't fucking work. They make you seem 80, okay? He needs to reel it in. Heart, no hearts, just a fire emoji maximum, okay? Hearts is too aggressive.
Okay, so he went a little too far.
Sure.
Here's a response from the Femboy, or not Femboy, from the Twink, to everything that's
He's
going
just
on.
the Twink now.
Yeah.
Franklin McClure. You know, who doesn't want attention? It feels so good to be noticed. McClure, who goes by Franklin Superstar on Instagram, says the lieutenant governor started communicating with him 3 years ago.
Here it is. Here's another Franklin Superstar post. I FaceTimed the guy I love today. Everyone hate on him in the comments so that he knows he sucks. Now, this is like, he's like expressing emotional vulnerability here. This is like an opportunity for someone like Lieutenant Governor McNally to strike. He says, he is not a good for nothing man. He is very talented and a very empathetic person. Wait.
Now, here's the deal.
Wait, who is he talking about?
I think FaceTime, he must be replying to another comment. He sucks for real. That's what he's replying to. He's replying to that. He's
no,
not
I don't
a
think
good
so.
No, that's what he's replying to.
No, it would show up as a reply then.
Well,
also, he's 17 here, by the way. This is illegal now.
oh boy. Well, then the answer here is just don't comment on the post.
Yeah.
When he was 17 years old. McClure was clear that it was nothing more than an occasional compliment.
I
on a
mean, bro,
photo
you write
or
the
a direct
laws,
message.
dude. Come on. How do you fuck that one up?
I mean, first of all,
You know this is the law. Like, come on, what are you doing?
no, the unique part about this process is the fact that he's publicly commenting on a hot young twink, not in this circumstance. I'm saying in general. Like, he's
Is the
obviously-
Tennessee law different? I didn't
No.
know.
The unique part is not.
I mean, it
that,
is Tennessee. I didn't know.
the fact that he is the fact that he's replying to a 17-year-old is
Chick-fil-A cup.
yeah. That's fire.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
The uniqueness is not that he is trying to rizz up a 17-year-old, is what I was going to say.
right,
That's
right.
like very normal for Tennessee, for most people, I think, in general. But like that is the meta.
That is no
Okay,
shot.
Zoe, I don't know what you want for me to do in this particular situation. Please, I don't know what you want for me to do in this situation. Like,
So it's
please.
just exciting. Now,
Please,
come on, let's not
no,
look at
it's
the-
not. No, this is about something entirely different. This is about the previous story that we were covering. I don't know what you want.
They're just on mobile. It takes like...
No, they have been
behind by an
spamming
hour.
nonstop. Please stop spamming in the chat, please.
All right.
Chat, don't make fun of the person, okay? They lost a friend. Calm down. But Zoe, I don't know what you want from me in this particular instance, okay? I'm sorry about your loss. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about your friend. Please. I didn't want to like quietly ban you or anything and get you upset, so I'm responding to you personally, okay? All right.
So, okay, so this one is just like, I don't even know what you would say here because I don't think you would respond.
All right. So yeah, he said he's not a good for nothing man. I'm a little confused. Getting back to this story, I'm a little confused because, like, I FaceTimed the guy I love today. He says he's not a good for nothing man. He's a very talented and empathetic person. Who's like, does Lieutenant Governor McNally know the man? Is Lieutenant Governor McNally the man that he's talking about? Like, what's going on here?
If he can be kind to a 20-year-old guy posting his butt, he can be kind enough to not help pass a bill that hurts anyone like me.
I'm not against
Oh my God. Oh, man, that was awesome.
Yeah.
That was so great. Wow. I'm gonna go follow him after that. That was
those individuals, and I just, try to encourage and support individuals that I know.
Yeah. This photo, he said, super look, Finn, and then clapping emoji.
in a separate comment.
It seems like Finn might be a gray wolf, by the way, Turkish Ultra-Nationalist Party of gray wolves. He's throwing up the wolf hand signal. That's interesting. Maybe he's a Chapo fan. Who knows? But anyway, he says, super look, Finn. and then clapping emoji in December 13th, 2022. What would you say to this?
I would say, first of all, super look. He's not wearing any clothes, Lieutenant. Like that. Like he's wearing like.
What would you say?
What would I say?
What would you say in this? Would you even write a comment?
No,
here?
I wouldn't. I wouldn't write a comment on most of these photos. I don't comment on photos. The true thing here is you don't comment on the photos. You like the photos. Okay, you like the photos. You don't comment on the photos. You like the photos. That's what you do. That's how you show.
Just a little way to say I'm here.
I'm here. I appreciate it. Sometimes you could throw a heart emoji in a response to a nice photo in a story, right? If you're really interested. Sometimes you just hit it with a heart, say I'm here, you know what I mean, on the story, you know what I mean, story react. But I really don't think you should even comment on hot pictures if your intention is
news channel.
You know what I mean? That's
okay. Bussy Angel says, I saw Austin comment, mashallah, on a thirst trap before.
Yeah, I did. What's wrong with that?
What? So you do actually?
Every once in a while I do.
Uh-huh. Whose
Seldom.
thirst trap was it?
I forget. They're going to find it.
Also, Bussy Angel monitors your social media like the fucking federal
I know.
government. Holy shit.
They're going to find the tweet that I said mashallah to, and it's going to be embarrassing, and that's okay.
Okay. All right. Well, so you're saying it's okay when I do it, but when Lieutenant Governor of Tennessee Randy McNally does it, then it's unacceptable.
Yeah, he's 80.
Okay, got it. So
it's
you're
just a problematic age gap. Okay.
So, I mean, yeah, it's literally illegal, I think.
Oh, is this guy 17 at the time?
He was maybe not 17 here, but he
But
was
McClure says the support didn't
did they
stop
find it? What
at
did I
compliments on
respond to?
Instagram.
It was probably from one of my
knew
straight
that-
friends. Hold on, let me look. It's probably in Hoscord. Where is it? Come on.
Is it? Let's see.
Oh, God, what did I do? Hold on. Is it? No, there's no embeds. Look, there's nothing wrong with fucking following Twinks on OnlyFans, all right? Embeds
Where?
are off. That's the problem.
Okay, so where is it? Someone link it in here.
One sec. Hold on.
Oh, it was Foolish Gamers.
Oh, that's... Yeah, come on. That's not even the same fucking thing.
Foolish Gamers is a twink
That's
as well.
not fucking any... That's... Come on.
You saw this and you said, mashallah.
Yeah,
okay?
what's wrong with that? That's
Okay.
different. That's completely different.
And then he literally said, I don't know how to respond to this.
Yeah, I look, okay.
Foolish Gamers got you so horned up,
No,
you started
I just
speaking
said
Arabic.
Mashallah. I mean, mashallah is a great way to describe something that only was invented. Look, quit putting me in the fucking same category as Lieutenant McNally, okay?
You are not as homophobic openly. You should hear the things that he says behind closed doors.
Yeah.
But you are in the same age group.
As fucking McNally?
I mean, what do you mean?
Brother,
you're
come
a gay,
on now.
You're a gay man who's, how old are you now? 31?
No, I'm 28.
Oh my, okay.
You're fucking 35.
Yeah, exactly.
okay?
But I am not chasing twinks on the top.
Yeah, I know. You're just fucking chasing fucking models, okay? What's the difference?
Twinks are chasing me.
Yeah, twinks
So
are chasing you.
that's
and
the
me,
difference.
by the way. Okay, don't flatter yourself.
And
okay.
I'll just say it like this: 28 in gay years. I mean,
Okay, look, Hasan, you can't even talk shit. I will get a fucking alert on my fucking Twitter said Hasan liked, and it's some fucking model on like a beach in Mexico with her boobies and everything out.
yeah. The difference
Okay.
is I'm not being horny.
No,
I'm supporting
look,
friends.
mashallah is me supporting Foolish.
Oh, okay.
Everybody knows Foolish isn't my type. Okay, everybody knows that. Even Foolish knows. he's not
if
my
Foolish
type.
isn't your type, who is your type if Foolish is not your type?
Look, Foolish is a great looking guy. We had this discussion, and look, it's not going to happen. He really wants it, but he does. He really wants it, but I can't let it happen.
What about Blau?
Oh, now that I can let happen.
Okay. All right, let's see.
It was
That
a
needs to
cool
happen, is what I'm
opportunity
saying.
that I had that the lieutenant governor was commenting on my stuff. So I was just asking if
I like that he just is almost always naked, by the way.
Yeah,
like
I
he's
know,
doing an
completely.
interview with Action 5 News and he just like straight posted up with the most amount of jewelry, which took a lot more effort than putting a fucking shirt on. I really respect that. Like, how hot is Tennessee right now, chat? This is just happening this week. Is it that hot? Isn't it like fucking 40
degrees? It's been pretty cold in Tennessee.
Yeah, I was going to say it's like 40 to 50 degrees, no?
I mean, this is great promotion for whatever he's got going on.
It's 50 in Nashville? That's wild that it's 50 degrees in Nashville and he's just like, you know, straight up posted in the same like underwear and that's it.
If there was like any open positions to help him in the office of any kind.
A job in Tennessee state government that McCord says he knew he wasn't qualified for, but one McNally seemed excited about.
He was very willing to help me out, which, you know, that was a nice, I was like, okay, thank you.
We reached out to Lieutenant.
He's great. He's funny as fuck.
Governor McNally's office for a comment, and they didn't immediately get back to us.
In
Memphis, I'm Walter Murphy, Action News 5.
Now, McNally's office did respond to Walter when he initially reached out last night, saying of McNally's comments, quote, does he always use the proper emoji at the proper time? Maybe not. But he enjoys interacting with constituents and Tennesseans of all religions, backgrounds, and orientations on social media. He has no intention of stopping.
That's my favorite part. He's like, oh, you'll never stop me.
He's like, Lieutenant Governor McNally loves to frequently interact on a lot of the applications like Twitter, Instagram, and Grindr.
Yeah, he said,
he likes to get to know his constituents, even those that may not display their head and just the bottom part of their torso.
I love that he stood by. He's a principled man.
He really is. I do appreciate that.
I won't stop the anti-LGBT legislation, but I also won't stop horny posting. It's so good. Yeah, he loves getting to know his constituents in and out. Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, grassroots support's more like ass roots supports.
Absolutely.
All right. You know, he's not going to stop because neither is the posting, you know.
That's right.
Okay,
I gotta go to a lunch.
Oh wow. Okay.
Actually, it's dinner time.
Well, it is. Well,
but that was a good segue. Right?
You are a geriatric man who eats dinner at 5. Yes.
No, wait, hold on. Wait, what time are you?
That's like early bird special.
Would you quit? It's a cultural thing.
Are you hitting the early bird special?
No, it's a cultural thing. We're going to a pre-drink. We're going to drink. I'm going to the Abbey. I'm going to get fucked up. Okay.
Wait, really?
No, I'm
you
not.
You have a problem, bro.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to the Abbey.
You're like Lieutenant Governor Randy McNally.
Yeah. McNally and I are going to the Abbey.
He's gonna go hit on some twinks, folks. Let me tell you. Gotta stop it, folks.
Yeah, unstoppable.
All right. All right. I'll see you soon.
Thank you,
for
Lord.
Having us, Hasan.
Thank you, Lord Kirk,
Bye,
for coming
everybody.
on. Thank you, Austin.
Much love, Hasan stream.
All right.
Sir, for having us.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for bringing back my jewelry.
Sir. And see you soon on the next podcast.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
Let me know when
All right. Well, next week is when we're filming the next episode, so we film weekly, Austin. Check this out. I like to get to know my constituents inside and out. I know, I already read that in the chat when someone else made that joke. This is another interview he conducted, it turns, a newer one that he conducted about his interest.
News Channel 5 Network. This is Inside Politics.
I got to pee first, though.
Hello, everyone. I'm News Channel 5's political analyst Pat Nolan. Welcome to Inside Politics. As the 113th Tennessee General Assembly charges deeper into March, the activity level continues to grow on Capitol Hill. Of course, that also means the debate and controversy over a number of bills also continues to grow. The person who presides over one of the legislative chambers is Tennessee State Senate Lieutenant Governor Randy McNally. Every year, we are honored to have him join us on Inside Politics to share his insights and wisdom on what's going on in the legislature and what's lies ahead in the rest of the session. Mr. Speaker, welcome back to the program.
Thank you, Pat. Appreciate it.
You were scheduled to be here a couple of weeks ago, but on the day you were going to be here, you suffered some heart irregularities and didn't feel well and wound up being hospitalized. You had a heart pacemaker installed.
Right.
Thank God you look so well now. But how concerned were you when you first started having these symptoms?
Well, the only symptoms I actually had were I felt tired, lethargic, and I did get a warning on my watch it was an Apple Watch, and it said low heart rate, and I didn't pay any attention to it the first time or the second time. And when it did it the third time, I had Speaker Hale come up and preside, and I went with Dr. Briggs across the hall, and he checked my pulse and my
nice to have a doctor
hands.
in the Senate.
Yeah, it was a curbside consult. He said I needed to get to a hospital right away and get a EKG. So I did that, and everything turned out fine. I feel good now, and feel a lot better. The tiredness is kind of gone.
Especially this time of year, you have a very stressful job. Are you having to make any other changes in your schedule or your lifestyle to stay in good health?
No, they actually did a stress EKG, and from that they said, you know, my arteries and that go to the heart and feed the muscle.
By the way, I'm not even kidding. He did have a heart issue. I nailed it, but that's like, I mean, that I guess is not really surprising because, you know, he is in the age group and he is an American and he is a conservative. So it's like, you know. All beef, baby. Yeah, he had a heart issue, a raging heart on. Got him.
Muscle of the heart, we're in good shape.
One thing that may be giving you a little bit more stress in the last 48 hours is there's a growing controversy over some of the comments and emojis you put up on some rather racy photos. I think mostly on Instagram, maybe some on Facebook as well. Someone posted, someone posted on Instagram, friend of yours, all these others were friends of yours as well. There are people who now think, in light of your support for votes for several new laws that seem to be targeted, they think, to hurt the LGBTQ community, that your online comments and emojis are rather hypocritical because you've been such a strong supporter of those two bills.
Well, I'm not anti-gay, and I have supported some bills, and I have opposed some.
I love LGQ is like no bi visibility.
Bills.
So you're not a hypocrite. That's what they think. They think you're being hypocritical.
No, there's certain things and certain parameters, I think, that the state needs to look at and enforce. But as far as people, I enjoy, you know, talking.
Maybe he's also of the Hasanabi mindset where he believes that the B is for bald, and he's engaging in bald erasure, which also makes sense because look at this man's hairline. For like, honestly, for all intents and purposes, everything going on, it's just like it does seem like he has a good hairline, you know.
Talking to people and meeting people and try to encourage people and support people.
Your office has issued a statement that indicates that they said in this statement, all this controversy seems to be in the mind of left-wing operatives who are pushing this story. Your statement says there's nothing sinister or inappropriate about your social media activities. You are a great grandfather and a prolific social media commentator, and you have no intention of stopping to do that. But the statement also indicated that sometimes you might not always use the proper emoji. Are you going to change that? What are the changes are you going to make about your online behavior?
I think I will. I thought the emojis were, you know, when you click on some of them, that they mean that, you know, you like something, you like the, you know, the person, and not necessarily what they're doing in the picture. And I'll probably not use them. And I was clicking on a lot of things real fast without paying a lot of attention to what was. I just knew who it was from, and, you know, would hit the button.
One other question in this area: there may be some people that have been longtime supporters, even voters of yours, who have straight sexual preferences. What do you say to those folks who've now seen or heard about this controversy, who may now have some doubts in their mind as to exactly what kind of lifestyle you have?
Well, first of all, my lifestyle hasn't changed. I'm married, happily married, and have 2 children and 3 grandchildren, and I've enjoyed that type of lifestyle. But I do have friends that are gay. I do have friends that are, and relatives that are gay, and I respect them as people. And you can, if you keep your mind open, you can learn from different.
Dude, it's crazy. Like, he is literally, oh God. It's so interesting to think that, like, whenever I say, like, American politics is a sea of contradictions, you know what I mean? Like, this is one of those instances where you do have yet another fucking guy who's, like, understanding, open-minded, you know what I mean? And yet, simultaneously, still very much turning a blind eye to an infinite amount of anti-gay legislation that is, like, harming the very same people that's like, oh yeah, well, the gay people are good, but also I don't want them to have all rights, don't be crazy now.
From people, and you can understand a little bit about their why they are why they do what they do.
This controversy came into spotlight in the wake of the passage of the House of two bills. One that basically bans gender-affirming surgery or health care for anyone under 18. Another bill that had a lot to do with banning, in some circumstances, drag shows, particularly those that are held in public or those held in, also held for those under 18 years old. At least in terms of the gender-affirming legislation, that seems to impact so few people. And this, by the way, the ban is even with parental consent. Why does the legislature feel it's so important to pass this as almost the first major piece of legislation that's been sent to the governor for his signature, and he has signed it?
He has. And the one bill about surgery, I was not there. That was the day I had to leave. And was not there for the vote on it.
Is there a chance you might not have signed? You might not have voted for it?
I would have looked at it, have paid a little bit more attention to it. And the second one, I had some concerns, but the way it was actually amended, the way it came through the Senate, it only affected the drag person, I guess you'd call them, or a person in drag, when there were minors present and they were appealing to the pure interests of individuals, and that's the way we have it set.
Lol, I'm only 85% anti-gay.
Set up.
Is he R-worded? Yes, he is. He's a Republican. That's what you're referencing, right? Like Republican worded? Yeah.
Clubs and other things.
This new drag bill legislation, now law, it will take effect on April 1st. That's about the time that the gay pride parades and other activities like that begin during the spring. Is that one of the reasons this is being done, to either stop or curtail a lot of these gay pride activities?
I don't know if it was done in conjunction for that. I know that there were some activities in which there was some touching going on, and that was by minors, and I think that's what spurred the...
Dude, all of this literally happens in the minds of conservatives. I know that, like, it's a bit of a meme, but it literally is, like, it's just crazy that, like, conservatives are the only people that just, like, straight up fantasize about, like, trans people doing stuff all the fucking time because they got trans on the mind nonstop, okay? They're literally constantly thinking about what trans people are doing and what they're not even doing. You know what I mean? Half the time it's just shit that they are not even doing. And then they're writing, like, legislation. They're writing legislation surrounding things that trans people aren't even doing, with real life implications about what trans people could do, like exist in public. Because the anti-drag, the anti-drag bans, where you can't be, like, doing drag around a minor, is not about, like, actual drag performance. He said there was an incident where there was touching between a minor and a trans person. There's no fantasy that we're making up. What are you talking about? Brother, if a trans person touched a minor, that is illegal, not because the person is trans. That's just illegal. I know you're probably a conservative and have a hard time recognizing this, but like there are age of consent laws. And that's where, if you are talking about it in the way that like a trans person, let's say like sexually assaulted a minor or something, that's illegal, not because they're trans, you fucking idiot. I don't know why Republicans literally are more upset about the trans part than the statutory part. You know? It's so weird. Specifically when you think about this guy literally writing horny posting underneath a minor's like Instagram posts. Like he himself was horny posting under a 17-year-old Twink's like Instagram post. The fuck do you mean? No, the person wasn't 20 at the time. It was 3 years ago. They were 17 when he first started writing comments underneath his profile. Stop saying 20. He was 17 when he first started reaching out and like liking the dude's posts. Oh, now. City restricts borough pride org from hosting future events on public property. The type of drag shows is not acceptable on property where kids are present. I saw the videos and couldn't believe people would have kids at a show like what was conducted. The group is welcome to have it wherever they want to conduct on private property, but Parks and Recreation property was not designed for these types of uses. It's not about a group or organization, but about what's acceptable. This is yet another one of these like fucking right-wing psychotic freaks. Cuban-American Robbie Starbuck, who apparently follows me, posted about it.
All right, if it's something you're going to want to see.
Something you're going to want to see, dude. You're going to want to see this shit. I'm saying it's an occurrence that actually happened, not that that's why it's wrong. You have no train of thought. I was responding to you saying they're imagining that happening, not that that is why this law should be passed. Brother, there are literally an entire arena full of people here. You are a gray name, and the first thing you ever wrote in the chat, unironically, sounds exactly like what a lot of people who defend anti-trans legislation would write. You came in hot, contentious, and expected me to like understand the background of what you had to say. How can I be charitable to you when you have not demonstrated an ounce of charitability in this circumstance or even utilized everything you could have used in this situation? You could have literally written out exactly what you wanted to say, okay? But instead, you wanted to go for the fucking stupid thing and just basically come across identical to anti-trans weirdos. And now you're upset that you got fucking called out. Write better. You have every opportunity to take the time out and say exactly what you fucking mean, okay? So dumb. You have no train of thought. No, I just don't care about you. Like, I don't know anything about you. I'm sorry if that comes across as insensitive. There are plenty of chatters who I at least understand the background on, and when they're derailing the conversation, I yell at them too. But like, you're a random gray name who just came in, and the first thing you wanted to do was try and like quote unquote own me in a way that is like identical to how like a Matt Walsh fan would. So of course I'm going to fucking respond kindly. I'm going to give you back exactly the energy that you put in. Thinking that like I know anything about you, your background, and all the information that you're working with or context is so silly when you're fucking writing something in the chat in front of 31,000 other people. You know? Please. The expectation is kind of silly. A gray name is a newbie in the chat. usually Chatterino automatically assigns like gray as a color when someone is new in the chat. So that's where that comes from. That's why we say gray names. It just means you haven't chosen a Twitch color. Because you are often biased in what sources you use, to be honest. Watch the USA response to Saudi-Iran deal. This guy's been spamming this all day. You are often biased in what sources you use, to be honest. Yeah, I do, actually. I am incredibly biased in the sources I use because I often use right-wing sources. Like, I don't know if you're new here. I don't know if you're unfamiliar, but like the overwhelming majority of sources that I actually use is right-wing news sources. So, yeah, they are very biased. I mean, there is no such thing as an unbiased news source anyway. So, yeah, I do mention the biases behind CNN, as a matter of fact, when I cover CNN. You responded to one gray name and now they're all coming out? Yes, because here's the reality. It's not necessarily about having a good faith conversation. It's not about someone who is like genuinely confused or interested in learning or changing their mind about something. It's mostly just about this desperation that people feel in their hearts. They want to be recognized. They like this as a they want to use the democratic process that we have here for chatting. They want to use the democratic process we have for chatting, which I have an open line of communication. They want to use it for their own narcissistic desires. That's it. Not everyone does this. A lot of people utilize it for good. They fucking shoot the shit. They come up with like funny links or anything like that, or you know, clever jokes, things of that nature. But then some people don't want to do that. They want to fucking come in with a just curious ass take just to fucking derail the conversation and have everyone have themselves be the center of attention. And that also comes along with like some fucking baggage too. And then they get really mad. They're like, oh, everyone's yelling at me, which I don't like when people do that either. But, you know, you're begging for that attention. So don't get so mad when you get it.